had these soakers for a really long time, so they have a hole in the tip of them. So I decided to make a new pair with this yarn that I've had since I was like a kid. I used my current soaker to figure out how big to make the rectangles, and then I used this towel fabric that I got from Joann's. And yes, I have a lot of it, so I'm going to be making a lot of soakers because they wouldn't cut the fabric. I had to buy the whole bulk of it. And then I used the elastic to figure out how wide to make the seam allowance, and I cut out a test piece as well because I wasn't sure how the sewing machine was gonna work sewing on top of fluffy yarn. I thought it was gonna eat it, but it didn't, so that's good. So I actually sewed them differently. This first one, I attached the fluffy fabric to the towel first because I didn't want to have any seams showing, and then I flipped it over and sewed the tunnel for the elastic, but this only worked on one side because once I sewed the fluffy fabric to the towel on the other side, then I couldn't fold it to make the tunnel. So it ended up having these seams on the edges, which was annoying. I didn't like how that looked. So for the second one, I sewed the towel together by itself and then the fluffy fabric by itself, and then I put them together. And this worked better because I was able to make the tunnel in the towel fabric before attaching it to the fluffy fabric, which means that there was no seam on the inside. So I just left a hole on the inside of the towel before attaching it to the fluffy fabric, and I fed the elastic through, and then I turned the whole thing inside out and hand sewed the little hole opening, so it ended up being completely seamless. The only thing that I would fix is I think the next one I make, I'm gonna sew a seam right down the middle of the inside because the towel kind of separates from the fluff a little bit, which is, it's kind of annoying. So I think I'm gonna sew a seam down the middle, but otherwise I think this one turned out really good. And if you want a soaker, let me know, because I bought 3 types of fluffy fabric and I can make lots of soakers because I have a lot of towels, so let me know.